Wagon. It's here a day early.
Those prison wagons are inhuman. Not even animals should be transported in them.
There's a man I've been trying to keep out of that one, Emily. Now, if you'll forgive me, I'd like to go take care of it now.
I can go with you, Samuel.
Well, I'd rather you wouldn't, Emily. Those, prison guards are a pretty rough breed. I won't be very long.
You guys hear that music we came into town? That's just about as close to heaven as you're ever gonna get.
Clem, I couldn't disagree with you more. Mr. Talman, the prison wagon wasn't due here until tomorrow. I cannot possibly hear our motion for a new trial until then.
Now, you don't really believe that one day is going to make any difference to Guthrie Amber, do you?
What I believe is not relevant. Every man is entitled to his full day in court.
Well, the last I heard, he'd had it. Was found guilty for 3 murders.
Deputy?
Sorry, Mr. Fancher. The court gave me its orders. I've got to carry them out. Here's the transfer paper, custodial release. Sign it. I'll turn Amber over to you. I'll say this for you, Mr. Fancher. You sure give your clients their money's worth.
Due process of law is the right of every citizen. As long as you arrest them, I'll defend them.
Ma'am, could I talk to you? I'm sorry if I frightened you. There's nothing to be scared of. Ain't no way anybody in here can hurt you.
Was there something you wanted?
There sure is, ma'am. We're in awful need of a drop or two of water. Was wondering maybe if you could help us.
Well, I can certainly tell the guards for you.
You just be wasting your breath, ma'am. We've been begging them for water since noon yesterday. They just been laughing at us.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we'd surely consider it an act of charity if you'd fill us for us at the horse trial. Wouldn't be much, but it's so terrible hot in here, you might surely and truly be saving a life or two. Please, ma'am. Please.
Is it all right if I go down to the livery stable? I think my new bridle should be ready.
That's sure.
All right, thank you.
I'm afraid it doesn't hold very much.
Oh, it's a lifesaver, ma'am. If you can just curl the brim so as I can get it through the bar.
Hey, what are you doing to her? Let go of her. Let go. Let her go. Help! Somebody help! Help! Somebody help! Mr. Cartwright! They got Mrs. Fancher! Help! Help!
Louis, that's close enough, Brent. If you want to see her live.
Mr. Cartwright.
Who's in the wagon? There's 5. All headed for the hangman's noose.
That's far enough, Tallman.
Let him go, Doyle.
Not unless you can give me a good why for.
I'm telling you, Doyle. Let them loose. Or we're coming in there after you.
Come ahead. But just be careful where you step. The bodies could be in your way.
He means it, Tolman.
What are we gonna do?
What do you want to let him go?
We want out. And right now.
It's too much to ask.
You got 30 seconds to change that, and we start breaking some necks.
He's bluffing, Ben.
Don't you bet on that.
Rui, you keep out of this.
We can't have killers running around town loose.
Can't have them murdered in cold blood either.
He wouldn't dare do it. I tell you, he's bluffing you.
Time's running out.
Now, would you call that bluffing if that was your wife being held up against a wagon?
That's not the point.
That is the point. Open that wagon.
I got no legal right to do it. Those are condemned killers in there.
My wife! He hurt my wife!
One is a nut basher.
Ease up on that boy. There'll be no more trouble. Ease up.
All right. There you are. Now see to it. You can start by rounding up every gun in sight. And get us the best 6 horses in town.
All right, you'll get him. But we gotta get her to the doctor.
Take her.
Help me. Thank you.
Now get us out of here. The next time we won't be so gentle. Zink, Scopeman, hurry up with them leg irons. Buckets, take the law, man, and get Guthrie Amber out of the lockup. Take this kid.
All right.
We've done what you wanted. Let the boy go.
Hold it, Central, hold it. Is this your brat?
Yes.
What's your name?
Cartwright.
Ponderosa?
Yes, that's right. Now, please, leave the boy alone.
You got a pretty good stake in this. Only one way to keep it alive. Comes with us.
No.
Put him in the wagon.
No, Mr. Cartwright.
Hang on to him, Central. Any trouble out here, you know what to do with it.
Doyle, if anything happens to that boy, you'll answer to me.
Yeah. That could be interesting. Should that come to pass. Central, hang on to the kid till I see what's up. Sergeants! What's going on in there?
Hey, Doyle. Thought I'd be riding out with you, but not this time.
What happened in there, Amber?
That lawman. He didn't like the way I looked at this rifle.
Oh. Well, pull that wagon out in the street and head it west.
Good as done.
Sergeants, keep an eye on these two. All right, folks. We got one last chore to do. Then we'll leave you gospel-spouting hypocrites to your just desserts. Zane, go round up the horses, bring them out here in the street. You, step out here. Step out.
My son, what do you want him for?
Shut up. Step out.
Leave her alone.
You, now with the rest. You, out!
You had better do as he says, my son.
All right, move it back. Move it back! All right, get him in a wagon.
You can't do that.
All right, get him in a wagon.
Déjeme, Ricardo. Por favor.
All right. Now listen. We're riding out of town. Those hostages in there are going to guarantee that we safely do it. Now, if anybody tries to stop us, keep us from going where we're going, going to find our trail mighty easy to follow. But you ain't going to like what you find marking it. All right, boys, mount up.
Remember what I said, Doyle?
I remember. You better just pray I don't get a chance to enjoy it. All right, move on.
You heard what Doyle said.
I just heard, Mr. Cartwright. You want me to join the posse?
No. Us and little Joe are at the number 2 line shack, right out. Tell him to meet me at the Western Trail.
Right away, Mr. Cartwright.
Clem, isn't it about time you start swearing in a posse?
Sure. Every man in Virginia City's aching to be a part of it.
Why not?
You saw what happened to Emily. Do you want that or worse to happen to those kids in that prison wagon?
But we can't just stand around here doing nothing.
Clem, you're not fit to ride. Now, give Grote and me a dozen good men and we'll go after him.
No.
Clem, that wagon and them prisoners is my responsibility.
Yes, and if you'd lived up to that responsibility, that wagon would have been guarded and none of this would have happened. Now, you know that.
Look, mister, just because that Mrs. Fancher didn't know any better than...
Fellas, bickering about who's responsible for what isn't going to get us anywhere.
What's holding up the posse?
Sam, how's Emily?
She's gonna die.
I asked you about the posse.
Sam, I'm against the idea.
What are you going to do, just sit there and do nothing?
Well, Sam, I think it's Clem's idea, and I agree with him. If Doyle sees a large posse coming after him, he just might get it into his head to kill those 4 kids.
You're going to have to pay that price anyway.
Well, all I know is that we sure can't send 12 men after Doyle.
Well, then who's going to do the job?
Those of us have the most to lose.
I want to go. Count me in. Tobias?
I'm not a man of violence, but yes, I want to go.
And with me, that makes 4.
5. Or don't you think I have a stake in this affair?
5.
I thought you'd bring more men, Paul.
No, Hoss, not with them holding 4 children hostages.
Even the 5 of you couldn't get within a mile of them without being spotted. Why don't you let Hoss and I track them alone?
That's why I sent for you. They're heading westerly. We'll meet you at the Ponderosa.
I'll go with your sons.
They go alone, Sam.
I thought we were all going to ride together. You don't expect me to stay at the Ponderosa without going after them?
Sam, you'll stay with us.
I'm so scared. What are they gonna do to us?
Yeah, just, kind of keep us for a while, that's all.
I'm so scared.
Well, this is where we're gonna haul up, man.
What for?
Ain't you tired of running?
Yeah, but I ain't tired of living. We gotta get rid of these kids and get out of this territory as fast as we can.
You can, not without money. Not with every badge within 200 miles chasing you. Ready to kill you on sight.
What are we gonna do here?
We're gonna wait and get rich.
Seems like those sons of yours have been gone forever.
Clock runs slow, eh? Chavez?
Vamos, Sheriff.
Dan, it's no good. It's no good, this waiting, hoping to find a plan. You can't carry that to a brigade of rattlesnakes. You just blow their heads off.
Haven't you forgotten the children?
I wish that I could. Oh, but I tell you, I know these men. May heaven forgive me. I've defended them 100 times in court. I tell you right now, you're never going to see those children alive again.
Don't say that, Sam. Please.
Tobias, face the truth. It'll be easier now than later.
Well, they stopped moving. And the long summer pasture around Three Forks.
Yeah.
Now they're in the Box Canyon up at the end of the draw.
Did you see my daughter? And the others, are they all right?
We didn't see them. The prison wagon's down there, and there's that lion shack there. Hold up there.
It's a pretty good spot they're in. Rock walls on either side and behind them. And a clear view straight down the valley.
Why would he stop there?
Fellow's waiting for me to make the next move.
Well, now, then let's make it.
Not us, Sam. Doyle said that he would see me when he was ready. I'm going to see him alone.
Yeah, and when you fail to come back, I'll ride out with a posse and gun those butchers down.
Cartwright, this is Doyle.
It's Doyle. Doyle out there. Fancher,
You just stay put. Doyle's come here to make a deal with me. And it's with me that he'll make it. Me alone. Do you understand? Now stay put. All of you. Just stay put. Where are the hostages?
The rest of the boys are keeping them safe enough. So long as me and Zink stay that way. Pretty nice spread you got here, Ponderosa.
It's a nice spread, that's no secret.
And it's no secret that you and me, we think different, too. Like maybe you'd like to see that young fella back alive, huh? I'd rather have your money.
What kind of money are we talking about?
Well, I don't want to squeeze you too hard, Cartwright. And the others should be able to come up with something. Let's make it $10,000 a head. $40,000.
Well, that depends.
Yeah?
I want all four of them back here. Safe.
That's what we're talking about.
I'm not sure that's what you're thinking about.
You'll have to trust me. Best I can do.
All right. You get the money, and those 4 children will be back here unharmed.
And we get 24 hours clear start. You know where we are. Be there by noon tomorrow with the money.
Doyle. All of them.
Sure, Cartwright. That wasn't very smart. Now it's going to cost you more. You only get 3 back when I get the money. The other one I'm keeping to make sure I get that 24-hour head start.
You were a fool. A blind, ignorant fool. If I had the chance, I'd do it over again. And if your son hadn't stopped me, I would have gotten Doyle, too.
How could he do a stupid thing like that? Thinking only of himself. Getting us all deeper into trouble.
And look what it's cost. They're going to keep one hostage. I only pray to heaven it's not Judith. Just the thought of her with those men.
We just don't know which one they're going to keep.
Mr. Fancher wanted a big posse. Don't you think he was right?
No, I still think a big posse's wrong. Frontal attack, we might lose them all. The situation's changed. They don't trust us now. Well, we know they're camped. I think we ought to go in and get our children out.
If we make one mistake or one sound, those men will... No. I say pay them.
Well, I was quite prepared to do that until Doyle said he was going to keep one of them. I think we've got to take the fight to them.
No, pay them. I want to see Judith back alive.
I'm ready to pay my 10,000.
2 to 1 against you.
Chavez?
I would pay, but my only fortune is my wife, my son. I have no money.
That does present a problem.
What problem?
If they're only going to release 3 of them.
Are you going to tell them which ones to release?
Well, I didn't mean that.
I'll guarantee Chavez end of the ransom. Now, come on, Brewer. Let's open up your bank.
Mr. Cartwright, gracias. Muchas gracias.
That's all you're gonna get. So you better share it.
Seconds!
Did you see?
They're gone now, so don't you worry about it.
That's easy to say.
I will not let that man hurt you.
What can you do?
I can fight. I promise you he will not touch you without a fight. You stay away from her.
But why, Lester? What's wrong?
Because you're my girl. That's why.
I'm not. But it doesn't matter. Have you forgotten where we are?
Just stay away from her, yeah?
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. How can we fight among ourselves when the real enemy's out there?
That's right, and I'm scared of them. I have to believe someone will protect me from them.
He's just as scared as we are.
Stop it!
What can you do anyway? You're just showing off. My father says courage is the best weapon. 4 kids against those murderers? Your courage is gonna kill us. We must not be stupid, I agree. But let me tell you about my father. Was your father held captive?
Lester, let him tell the story.
My father was with the Juaristas during the revolution. He was captured by the Federales. They put him in front of a firing squad. But my father was angry. He was angry because the Federalistas had killed his brother and his brother's wife. So he did not care what would happen to him. So when they put him in front of the firing squad, he refused to wear a blindfold and did not turn away from them. He shouted at them.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Being too angry to be frightened.
Yes. And the captain of the firing squad, knowing that my father was not frightened, said to him, I will not make it easy on you. I will not kill you right away. I will bring you out at dawn every day, and you will not know what day it is that the bullet will hit you. What's all this got to do with us? For 3 days, they brought my father out in front of the firing squad. And for 3 days, they did not shoot him. And on the 4th day, the Juaristas came and took the town and liberated him.
And that's what I believe, too. Mr. Cartwright will save us.
And my father, too.
Right.
Mine, too.
All our fathers will try, but what can they do?
A whole lot, Judith.
Still, we must try to help ourselves.
Ricardo's right. We just can't sit around and wait for help.
Let's see what they're doing. Eating and drinking.
Planning to stay a while. Wait a minute. Maybe after they go to sleep, we can get out the window.
It's nailed shut.
Yeah, well, even if we could get out the window, we'd be walking right into their campfire.
And the guard by the door. If you listen, you can hear him.
Yeah. They're gonna have to be real careful.
And when they do come, there's going to be shooting. We've got to expect that. But we've got to get out of here. What is that? I already looked in there. There's nothing in there. So did I, but where's that light coming from?
Let's see.
It's all right. They didn't hear.
That's good. What can we do?
We cannot take the boards out. It is too noisy.
Can't we try?
Hey, wait a minute. The ground here is loose. We could dig under the boards.
Of course, that is right.
Do you think we could?
Well, no, we're all in this together, so I think we should take a vote on it.
I remember what Senor Doyle said in Virginia City. If a posse came, they might find us dead. I say we should dig.
Me too.
Me too.
I can help.
Good, we'll take turns digging.
What about the dirt? Where can we hide it?
We can put it in the trunk. And we can use the trunk to cover up the hole if the guys start to come in. Now we're gonna need more than just fingers.
Some coffee.
I already had 7 cups.
About some milk. We got some in the cooler.
Nothing, thank you. I am walking around because it's hard to sit still.
Yeah. Guess that's why I'm making sandwiches.
Guthrie, Amber. I remember. I heard people talking about him when he was on trial. But Doyle. This is a name I never heard until today.
He's a man with a long record, all bad.
Like the others in the wagon.
Wait. Let me get my hand under this rock.
Somebody's coming.
You want to go for a walk, pretty? Come on.
Huggins!
I ain't through with you yet.
Thank you.
Just proves we all gotta stick together. Let's get back to work. We gotta go straight up.
I don't know if I can make it.
It's an awful long way up there.
Judy, we will help you. Come on.
All right, come on, let's go.
Why did it have to be Lester? Oh, my God.
You wouldn't listen to me. I told you you'd never see those hostages alive again.
You told us. You told us you had no right. Who was it? Who was it that pulled the trigger that actually killed Lester? You had no right. You had no right.
Ben, why does he say that I had no right?
She didn't have a chance to tell you. Emily's gonna be all right.
Emily's all right? I gave up hope. I thought that she was dead. I thought she was dead. That's why I did. Oh, Brewer. Brewer, what did I do? Oh, forgive me. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was so wrong.
Well, I was wrong, too. Out there at the prison wagon. I said they were bluffing. I said they wouldn't do anything. I guess I was wrong, too.
It's a good idea taking the Sharps.
Yeah, I figured that with its longer range, we might just possibly need it.
Sure might. We'll give you a 4-hour start. That'll give you enough time to circle the flats and get across the plateau.
Right. We'll be there. Thanks, Paul.
Good luck. Time to go.
Do you think it was wise to let Brewer and Sam go back to town? Just the three of us?
You'll make out.
You have to make her so tight. It hurts her wrists.
If someone is going to help us, it will have to be soon.
That's far enough. Drop your guns. Get off your horses. Step down. You got the money in those saddlebags?
I want to see the hostages.
Still don't trust me, do you?
No.
Not much you can do about it. We could just shoot you and take the money.
Doyle, we made a deal. Let me see him.
Goldman, bring him out.
Out. Time!
The money. Throw him over here. The other one.
It's all there.
I believe you, Cartwright. I knew I could trust you, Cartwright.
Send those kids down here.
But you said you didn't trust me. You were right. Goldman! Put him back in the shack! Hurry it up! They're going to keep us healthy and safe until we get out of the country. And if I feel like it, I might send them back to you. I got him, Paul.
Drop it.
Now, get up. Get up.
I knew you'd come for us. I just knew it. I even told him so.
Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful?
Well, they finally got him there this time.
Pa's got to see this.
Yeah.
Now, what is it that Paul wants to see?
The Doyle game. They got them all this time.
Locked up in state prison, safe and sound.
Well, that's good news. Hey, Jamie, look at this.
I finally locked him up.
Yeah, finally did. You gonna ride out to Westport with me?
Oh, well, I hadn't planned to. I was going to Virginia City to pick up my bridle. You know, the one that I was going to get the day we get
Yeah, of course. It's a good idea. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll ride along with you.
Paul. Jamie's been to Virginia City by himself lots of times.
There's no more outlaws around here, you know.
I'm not worried about Jamie. Just a nice day for a ride.
Oh.
See you later.
Morning, Floyd. How you feeling, Ray? Top of the morning, Miss Penny.
Luke, how are you?
Oh, Joe. Horse?
Howdy.
Sure good to hear a friendly voice. For a minute there, I thought everybody was deep, or else I had a bad case of laryngitis.
No, we can hear you real good, Luke.
I guess you boys ain't heard, huh?
Oh, no, we heard.
Them fellers really took you to the cleaning, huh?
Took it all. Money house and everything. I guess them stocks and bonds are a little out of my territory. They sure did have it printed up on pretty paper. Anyway, I was out looking for a job when I run into you.
Well, things can't be that bad.
All I got left is $50 and my daughter, Mina.
You'd still have it all if you'd listened to me.
That's what she said.
Hello, Joe, Hoss. I
Howdy,
told
Miss
you
Mina.
not to invest your money in that stock.
That's exactly what she said.
I told you the Fingo brothers were crooks.
That's what she said.
Hey, Luke, maybe you can tell us, where can we find Harvey Sprague?
Oh, he's living with his son in Reno. Had a bad run of cars and lost everything he had.
Hey, Luke, he didn't lose that little piece of land he had up in Pine Tree Canyon, did he?
Lost it. Lost it all. But that wasn't no great loss. That land wasn't worth anything.
Yeah, not unless you need it.
Yeah.
Well, you folks need it?
Yeah, Paul needs it bad.
Well, I sure hope he gets it.
Hey, look, you don't know who owns it now, do you, by any chance?
Well, Joe, I reckon you find out at the land office.
Yeah, good idea, Luke. I'll see you later.
Bye, Joe.
Luke, if things get real bad and you can't find a job, come on out to the house. Paul's hiring.
Thank you,
Bye,
Hoss.
Hoss.
Good day, Miss Mina.
Why didn't you listen to me when I tried to warn you, Papa?
I sure am glad you're smart, Mina.
Well, I'm smart enough to tell you. You're not smart enough to listen.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about anybody trying to marry on account of money now.
Now, I never said that people were trying to marry you for the money. You were the one that said that.
Yeah, but you never argued with me. Oh. Hello, Hoss. Ben, Joe.
Oh, you mean it?
Ah, Ben.
See, Luke.
Joe.
Luke,
What's
away.
What you say, Hoss? Ben, could I talk to you for a minute?
Why, sure. Fellas, why don't you help me off the wagon? That seat must be getting pretty hard.
There's the mail.
Well, what's in your mind?
I guess you haven't heard.
Yes, I did hear, Luke. You've been gambling again.
Yeah. That's the reason why I'm here looking for a job.
Here? You want to work here?
If you give me a job.
Well, now, I don't know.
I'll tell you what I do, Ben. I'll flip you. Heads you give me a job, tails you don't.
Oh, we got a cook, we got a man for
But
the...
Ben, I don't want no sister job. You know, I'm pretty good at riding and I ain't bad at roping. Heads.
All right. All right, you got yourself a job.
Ben, just one problem. Mina.
Oh, well, she'll stay on as our guest.
Ben, I don't know how long it'll be.
Oh, well, that's no problem. We have plenty of room.
Ben, I want to thank you. You're a real friend, a real honest-to-goodness, tried and good friend. And you won't be sorry 1 minute. Believe me.
I believe you.
Howdy, I'm Dusty Rhodes.
Luke Calhoun.
Ben told me about hiring you. If there's anything you want to know or you got any problems, you just come to me. We turn the lamps down at 10 o'clock, so if you got anything to do, do it before then.
Anybody for a few hands of poke before the lights go out?
First rule, no poker playing in the bunkhouse, okay?
Okay.
Boss.
Any rules against playing checkers?
Nope.
You play?
Yeah, some.
Have a seat. What's your first name?
Dave.
Dave?
Yeah, what's yours?
Luke.
Haven't met you, Luke.
That's not here. You got any special color you like?
Black.
I better warn you, I'm pretty good at this game.
Well, I ain't so bad myself.
Well, you probably ain't as good as I am. So if you're feeling hurt easy, don't play me.
Go ahead. Move.
How about 50 cents game? You know, kind of make it interesting.
Well,
Of course, if you ain't sure.
Let's make it $1 a game.
What's your first name?
Dave.
Go ahead. Take a jump. Go again.
No, don't take me but 5 games to learn my lesson.
Hey, you boys else feel lucky?
Hey, maybe Pete might. Hey, Pete.
Yeah.
Got a man over here who likes to play checkers for $1 a game?
Yeah?
Well, how about that?
What's your first name?
Pete. Yours?
Luke.
Howdy, Luke.
Howdy. You got any special color?
Oh, black's fine.
Would you care to making that little bet on the side?
Oh, the more the merrier. How about the rest of you boys?
Oh, boy. Sucker money.
Your move.
It wasn't just the stock deal, Mr. Cartwright. Papa was into everything. He got gambling fever. Faro, roulette, 3-card Monte. How long it took a drop of water to run down a pane of glass? Why, he'd bet on anything. One afternoon, Papa and Harvey Sprague sat on the porch for 3 hours betting on who could spit the furthest.
Well, I know Harvey's a gambling fool.
He spits pretty good, too.
Well, did you try to stop him? I mean, from gambling?
Well, when it was just gambling, I didn't mind. You know, it was his money. He found that mine, worked it by himself all those years, and if he wanted to gamble, it was his business. Besides, he usually won. But when the Fenco brothers started selling him stock, I tried to stop him, but it was too late.
Well, Mina, wasn't part of that money yours?
Not really. Papa raised me, loved me, taught me the difference between right and wrong and how to take care of myself. I figured he gave me what he owed me. The money belonged to him.
You're a very unusual girl.
Other people have said the same thing.
Oh, it's a compliment.
Not the way they say it.
Hey, Pa, you about ready to go over those books?
Oh, yeah, I guess you better. Oh, Hoss, would you show me around?
Yes, sir.
Listen to me and watch your step.
Why?
Because she wants to get married, that's why.
Joseph, everybody wants to marry somebody.
She doesn't want to marry somebody. She wants to marry anybody. Watch your step with her.
It's a nice night, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's a beautiful night. Would you like to take a walk?
I'd love to, Oz.
Hoss? Watch your step. It's dark out there.
I can look out after myself, little brother. I reckon he thinks I'm gonna step in a hole or
No,
something.
that's not what he meant. He meant for you to watch your step with me.
Oh, no, ma'am. I don't.
Oh, don't try and cover up, Hoss. It doesn't matter. I make a lot of mistakes.
Well, ma'am, we all make mistakes.
Yes, but most of mine are about men. Being raised all alone out there in that desert, just Pop and me. All I knew about men was what I got out of books. And in the books, people meet, fall in love, and get married, just like that. Doesn't take more than just a few pages sometimes. But it just doesn't happen like that in real life. I mean, you can meet somebody and then meet somebody else. And then you can meet somebody else and somebody else, and you haven't gotten married. And time just keeps passing, and I get the feeling that I'm never going to get married.
Yeah. Well, ma'am, do you fall in love with all of them?
No. But I'm not as lonely when they're around, and that's got to count for something.
Yeah, I reckon it does at that.
Hoss, why do men think that falling in love is like falling into some kind of a trap? That getting married is like being locked up in a cell?
Well, I reckon married men can't do everything they'd like to do.
A single man can't do everything he'd like to either.
Well, that's sort of like locking himself up in his own cell, ain't it?
Well, if I've got to be locked up, I'd rather be locked up with somebody than all by myself.
Yeah?
Once more, double nothing?
I think I learned my lesson.
What about the rest of you fellas? How about 2 at a time? 3 at a time? 4 at a time?
And if you lose one, you lose them all?
Well, I don't know about that. Wait a minute. Okay, if I lose one, I lose them all. Double or nothing.
Dave, Smokey, Ray, play the other games.
Something wrong?
Something unfinished.
Carter, huh?
We can't haul those logs across the top of that mountain. The only way we can get them to the mill is across his land.
Well, why don't I ride over to Carson tomorrow and check around, and Hoss can cover Gold Hill? From what we know about Carter, he'll probably stop at the first deck of cards he gets to.
And let's try anything. We've got to pay that tip crew whether they work or not.
Just what if he doesn't want to sell the land?
Now, what reason would he have to keep it? That 30 acres is the worst piece of land in the whole country. The only use anybody could make of it is to get across it to someplace else. Who'd want that?
Us? We'll go first thing in the morning.
right, boys, come see me. Come see me, boys. The old Luke. Thank you. I sure do appreciate it. Thank you, boys. Sure do appreciate it, boys. How about 5 minutes time? 6? How about 7?
Turn out the lamp.
Eight.
Morning.
Morning.
Dusty gave me the day off today, and I'd kind of like to spend it in town. But I'm kind of broke.
Sorry. I make it practice never lend money. You just lose friends. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a chance to win some of it back.
Yeah, but...
I know you're broke, but I still want to give you a chance to win some of your money back. Your time is worth money. You probably make about $2 a day. So if you want to bet $2, you got to bet a day every time.
Bet on what?
How you spit?
About the same as everybody else. I just pucker up and push.
You good at it?
About average.
Well, you probably ain't old enough yet. You know something? Some men got spitting down to a fine art. They skied it. How about chucking pennies to a crack in the floor? Floats a penny and wins.
Tossing pennies at a crack? Well, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. You can chuck 'em face the crack, and I'll turn my back around and chuck 'em on my shoulder.
That's like stealing money.
Yeah, but it was your money to begin with.
I'll bet you one day of my time against $2.
It's a bet.
Can I get a bet like that, too?
I don't know about that.
You got some of our money, too, you know.
I guess you're right.
Oh, boy. Sucker money. Good morning, Miss Mina.
Good morning.
My name's Dave Torrance.
I know.
How's that?
I asked.
Oh?
I asked about all the fellas in the bunkhouse.
Well, I didn't know you'd ever noticed me before.
It never hurts a girl to know all she can about eligible suitors, just in case one of them should become one of them.
Oh, well, that wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Well, you must have had something in mind. I mean, you've been hanging around out here for 15 minutes waiting for me to come out.
Yeah, well, I guess that's right. You see, I was thinking, well, I thought that maybe, would you like to go out with me?
No.
That's great.
I'm helping Hop sing this morning. I'd be happy to some other time.
Oh? Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about this morning.
Well, when did you have in mind?
Oh, I don't know. Anytime. Maybe a 4th of July picnic.
The 4th of July was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, another one will come around again next year.
How much do you owe him?
What? Oh, who?
My papa, how much?
$4.50. But how'd you know?
Well, you weren't very eager. It figured.
I'm awful ashamed, Miss Mina.
There's no need to be.
Well, there sure is. After the matches and the checkers and the broom, I should have knowed he could pitch them pennies over his shoulder and hit that crack every time.
Yes, you should. Thanks for asking me anyway.
But I feel terrible about that, too.
Well, You shouldn't. In a way, you are quite flattering.
Is that so?
The last fellow my papa told to ask me for a date only owed him $1.06.
Look, Miss Mina, if I pay your pa back next payday, could I ask you for a date again?
Of course, Dave. How about next 4th of July?
And she went to put salt on the roast beef. 我咁樣就咁做啦，佢又唔得，咁樣做又唔得，乜嘢都唔得。
Mina.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Cartwright.
Good morning, Mina. Hop Sing is a little upset.
Oh, really? Then maybe he should lie down and get some rest. I'll take care of things here.
No, you don't understand. You see, Hop Sing is upset because you are taking care of things here. Taking care of the things which he thinks he ought to be taking care of.
Oh, well, I just felt that I ought to be doing something. And there's not much on a ranch that a woman can do except cook.
Hop Sing is the cook.
I know. I just wanted to help.
你唔得啊！冇話子啊！我講你聽咯。You helping Hop Sing right out of kitchen.
All I did was put a little salt on the roast beef.
Hop Sing don't need no help.
Well, wait a minute now. Now, you're the one who's always complaining about needing help, Hop Sing. At least 3 times a day, once at every meal, Hop Sing needs help in kitchen, right?
Help is somebody who do what Hop Sing say, not somebody who tell Hop Sing what to do. Need help, not boss.
All I did was put a little salt on the roast beef.
Hop Sing know how to chop the onion. Hop Sing know when to put the salt on the meat. Hop Sing is boss in this kitchen. Right?
He's right.
Okay. Hop Sing is the boss. I'll just do what he tells me.
Okay.
Too much salt. 冇法子啊！又冇法子。女人咁樣做嘢啊！
Luke?
Come in.
Has the tack room been straightened out?
No, it's getting there.
Has it been inventoried?
Inventoried? No, but it's getting there.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Cartwright.
I thought you had the day off. And I thought you were supposed to be cleaning up the tack room.
Oh, that's right, Ben, but you see, Pete owes me a day of his time.
You paid him for a day of his time?
No, I won it.
Now, Louis, you know very well there's a rule, a strict rule about playing poker in the bunkhouse.
We wasn't playing poker, Ben. We was chunking pennies to a crack in the floor.
It comes to the same thing. You better get back to work. Luke, I want to talk to you. Now, Luke, you know we have very strict rules on this ranch about gambling. But I'm not going to fire you. And do you know why?
Because we're friends.
No! Because if I fire you, I've got to fire Pete. And Pete is a top hand, and I don't want to lose him. If you want to gamble, do it in town.
Okay, boss.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for a Mr. Calhoun. Luke Calhoun.
Right over here, Garvey. If you looked around, you could have seen me. Come on, we're going to talk to Bond.
I'm Ralph Garvey.
Oh, Ben Cartwright.
Come on, Garvey.
I'm not sure I like this, Mr. Calhoun. Deception, subterfuge, working behind people's backs, flying false colors.
Well, that ought not to bother you. You're a lawyer, ain't you? Pete! You don't mind, do you? Come on. Excuse us, Ben.
Morning, Miss Mina.
Good morning. I thought you might be hungry.
Yes, ma'am. I sure am.
Roast beef sandwich. And a glass of milk.
Milk? You mean like from a cow?
Well, it's been in a can, hanging in the spring, so it's nice and cool.
Well, when you've had as much to do with cows as I have.
It's good for you. I'm sorry Papa got you into this.
Oh, it wasn't all his fault. Nobody forced me to make that bet.
I know. And I think you got what was coming to you. A man who gambles gets just what he deserves.
I wonder what Luke ever did to deserve a daughter as pretty as you.
Well, I've got certain drawbacks, too.
I never noticed any.
Why, Pete, I didn't think you'd ever noticed me at all.
Oh, yeah, I noticed you all right. Why, every day I went to town, I used to sit out in front of the hotel. And I used to watch you walk to the store.
Well, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you come to call?
You had too much money.
Well, I don't have any money now.
I know. And I was wondering, maybe we could take a buggy ride down by the river?
Have a picnic.
And we could talk.
Get to know each other a little better.
How about next Sunday?
I can't.
Well, how about the next Sunday?
No, Pete. Not the next Sunday, not any Sunday.
I was just beginning to think that you like me.
I do. It's just that I wouldn't want to get to like you too much.
Why?
Because I don't have any money.
Well, that don't make no sense at all.
Yes, it does. I'm thinking about Papa. He's getting kind of old, and when he can't work anymore, I'm going to have to take care of him, and that takes money.
Are you going to get a job?
Oh, well, either that or marry somebody with money.
Well, I don't know if I'll ever be rich. But I'm not the type of man who'd let his father-in-law starve to death either.
Why, that's almost a proposal.
Well, almost, but not quite.
Oh.
I don't know you well enough to propose to you.
That's right. And I don't know you well enough to say yes.
You think those people in Gold Hill knew what they were talking about?
It sure sounded like Bull. I said that's all Carter was talking about. Bragging about all the money he's going to make on that land deal.
I sure hope little Joe has more luck in Carson City. Oh, that was a very good roast beef, Hop Sing.
Yeah, sure was, as usual. Needs a little more salt, though.
Little more salt. 係啊，真係啲女人喺住廚房冇用啊，乜都唔做得。
What's the matter with you?
Long story.
I think I'll take a walk.
Wait a minute, Mina, I'll go with you. It's dark out there. You'll have to step hold of something. Hey!
Hey, where's Bob?
In the house.
Found Carter.
Oh, good, good.
He owns the land, all right.
Yeah?
Unless somebody else wants to buy it.
Somebody else wants to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd want it? I mean, it's been prospected. There's no gold. Trees have been cut down. There's no lumber. There's no grass. There's no water. Who would want it?
Well, somebody does. He wants to wait and see who's going to bid the most for it.
Look, ride back tomorrow. Tell Carter. think we'll pay him $500 more than the other party would bid for it.
That's what the other party said.
Said what?
They pay him $500 more than you bid for it.
Oh. And somebody knows about the lumber contract.
Mm-hmm.
So we either pay him his price or pay off the mill for not being able to deliver the lumber. I think I'll ride into Carson City myself and talk to Mr. Carter.
No need. He'll be here tomorrow. He's kind of anxious to see how high the bidding's going to go.
I'll bet he is.
It's beautiful.
Sky?
Everything. The sky, the night, the Ponderosa. It must be nice to live here all the time. Feel so safe.
Well, we have a few little problems every now and then.
All that land, all those cattle. What kind of problems could you possibly have?
Well, money, for example.
Oh, Hoss.
Well, ma'am, you can't spend land. And we got to drive the cattle to market.
Well, if you need money, you can always sell some of the land.
Well, but then it wouldn't belong to you anymore, would it? I mean, somebody else to have it.
Then you can borrow on it.
Well, but you got to pay that money back plus interest.
Well, at least you own all this land.
Well, not necessarily, ma'am. I mean, did you ever think about it? I mean, do you believe that anybody ever really owns a mountain or a valley or owns a lake? I don't think so. I think that they're just sort of loaned to us for a while and put in our trust for us to keep and use. And then we pass them on to somebody else, and they sort of keep them in trust and use them for a while, and then they pass them on. You see, them mountains and lakes and them valleys was here a long time before we got here. And they're going to be here a long time after we're gone.
And just who are you going to be passing it on to?
Well, I've given that some thought.
Haven't you made up your mind yet?
Well, I've made up my mind as to how. I just ain't made up my mind as to who. But then when a man's out here in a place this pretty with a pretty gal like you, sometimes his mind can just sort of make itself up.
Hey, Hoss. Are you ready to ride on to Semina Canyon?
Well, I was figuring on doing that in the morning, Joe.
No, we'll get an early start, and right first thing in the morning, we'll be on the roundup.
Yeah, but Joe...
I'll get your horse.
Joe! Well, let's see. Where was we?
We were talking about...
Hey, better give me a hand with your saddle.
In a minute, Joseph. What was I saying, man?
You were talking about your mind.
Hey, what'd you do with the blanket? You know, the big horse blanket?
Well, I guess you'd better go help him. We'll talk about it some other time.
Yes, good night.
Nice night.
Yeah. What? What's the matter, Luke?
Oh, horse got a bad croup. Ain't got no sports in it. I try to work for a little game. Nobody wants to play.
Luke, new rule, remember? No gambling.
Well, Joe, it ain't exactly gambling. It's a little game. Put a hat down here. Take a step over here. Turn around. I'll give a man 10 cottages.
Cottages?
Bullets.
Oh.
And I'm willing to bet he can't chuck them cottages without getting one of them in a hat.
That's gambling.
Why, it ain't gambling. That doesn't a man can't miss.
Well, that's what I say. But nobody's fooling up to take me up.
Look here. Who gets to throw the bullets?
A horse.
Well,
Joe, wait.
It don't make a difference. You can chuck myself if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Any particular way?
Any way you want to chuck them, horse. All at one time, over his shoulder, chuck over your back. Don't make no difference to me. Chuck them any way you want to.
And you're willing to bet that at least one of them bullets will go into the hat, right?
Horse, you remember what Pa said?
Joe, wait a minute. How much?
How about $10?
How about 50?
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous.
Joseph, wait a minute.
That's a lot of money, horse.
Put up or shut up.
It's a bet. I'll go get the cottages.
Now, Joseph, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to teach him a lesson once and for all.
You don't mind, do you, Pete?
Now, let me get this right, Luke. I stand right here on this line, right?
That's right. And here's your cottages.
All right. Now, that's the hat. And it don't make no difference how I throw these bullets, right?
That's right.
Huh? Shuck it.
No.
Sucker.
Oh.
Pay me.
Excuse me just a minute, horse. Come see me. Honest game for honest people. Sporty game for sporty people.
What's going on?
Luke came back here and told him Hoss could stand one pace away from the hat, throw the bullets, and not a one of them would go in the hat. Every man here figured at that distance, Hoss was bound to get one bullet in the hat. They're willing to bet on it.
Dusty, what did Pa say about gambling?
Well, yeah, but when they heard that Hoss was in on it, we figured it was all right.
Horse. Here you go, horse. Sure do appreciate it.
Really showed him, didn't you? Taught him a lesson he won't forget, huh?
Listen, Joe, I feel bad enough about this like it is. And I'd appreciate it if you'd let me be the one to tell Pa about it.
I'd appreciate it if you would tell me when you get ready to tell Pa so I can be 10 miles away when you do.
Look.
Won't you do me a big favor?
Sure, Joe.
Tomorrow morning, I want you to ride into Ponderosa, because I think Pa's going to fire you.
What for?
Game.
Oh, Joe, you don't call that gambling. That's a little game.
First thing in the morning, Luke.
Okay, Joe. What do you say?
Xin fa ya.
Hop, see? Where's everybody?
Oh, Mr. Cartwright here on errand. Miss Emina out in back milking the cow.
How about fixing old Luke up a little breakfast?
You want breakfast, you'll be here when breakfast ready.
When is that?
3 hours ago.
Tell you what, Hop Sing. You pick out a card. If I can tell you what it is, you got to cook me steak, eggs with chili peppers. And if I can't tell you what it is, you get that fat $10.
And no breakfast.
And no breakfast.
You turn around. Turn around.
You got a 4.
Is Ben Cartwright here?
Mr. Cartwright out. He come back by and by. You like to wait?
Don't mind if I do. Morning, Mr. Calhoun.
Morning, Mr. Carter.
Mind if I sit down?
Don't mind if you do. Fact, the sight of you brightens my day. How's your luck?
No luck to it. It's all a matter of skill.
Feel like testing out that skill?
Well, I don't consider you a fair test of my gambling ability. I've seen you play. Oh, I saw you skin those Tin Horn Fenker brothers down at the saloon, but they were lousy poker players.
And you professional?
That's how I make my living.
Hop Sing.
Yes, sir.
You might clean up this mess. Cut your high card for $1.
I didn't come here to gamble, Mr. Calhoun.
You don't call $1 gambling, do you? Double or nothing. $20 this time.
No, like I said, I really didn't come here to gamble.
You bound to win this time. Odds in your favor.
My deck?
As long as seals ain't broken.
One hand of showdown for $100.
Your deal, Mr. Carter.
New game, Mr. Calhoun. A little three-card Monte.
I don't think I ever heard of it.
It's very simple. 2 red kings and an ace. Find the ace.
Apple.
Luke? How many times have I warned you about gambling in this place?
In the bunkhouse, Ben. This ain't the bunkhouse. Ben, you know Mr. Carter? Mr. Cartwright.
Carter? You're the fella I've been looking for all over this country. We got a lot of talking to do, Mr. Carter.
Not just yet, please. Think you can find it again?
Now, Luke, I will not have you turning this place into a gambling hall.
That's right, Ben. You're right. And it's absolutely the last time. My word of honor.
Luke?
Ben. I know where that ace is. I can't lose.
Well, I think I know where that ace is, too.
Then why don't you pick for him?
Not until you match that.
Papa!
You stay out of this, Mina. Sorry, ain't enough.
This is the deed to that land I won from Harvey Sprague. I was offered $3,500 for it by a Mr. Greavy.
The name is Garvey. Mr. Garvey worked for me, and I'm the man who made the offer. It's $2,500.
Hold on just a minute now, Luke. You the fella's been bidding against me?
That's right, Ben.
How could you, Papa?
Mina, I'll tell you all about this a little later, just as soon as I pick this ace. And you, too, if you want to, Ben.
You bet I want to. I want to hear all about it. Ought to be very interesting. I'll offer you $3,000 for this deed.
I'm sorry, Ben, but it's already in the pot.
Don't worry, Mr. Cartwright. Odds are we can't pick it this time.
All right, Ben, you pick the ace. You don't mind, do you, Mr. Carter?
Oh, that
ain't it, Ben?
Are you sure, Mr. Cartwright?
Well, it has to be. The other two are kings.
Well, easy come, easy go.
Ma'am?
Gentlemen?
Now, about that land.
It ain't for sale, Ben. It's a present for a friend. Yeah. Go ahead and take it. Didn't really cost me anything.
Hold on a minute now, Luke. You mean to tell me you were bidding against me so you could buy it, so you could give it to me?
That's right, Ben. You need it, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I needed it.
Well, I'll pay the $3,000 for it. I heard about you losing all your money.
I wasn't exactly that way, Ben. And Finko boys, they took everything away from me but $50. And then they got greedy and wanted the $50 too. So we got the little card game in the back room of the saloon. And I won back everything they took away from me. Plus everything they had.
Papa, I don't want you to tell anybody about that money until I say so. Understand?
Honey, I ain't gonna say one word to anybody till you got that boy firmly hooked.
I think I'll take a ride up to Seminole Canyon, see how the roundup's going.
You old hornswoggle, you. Well, I thank you, Luke. I really do. Can't tell you how much I appreciate this. Oh, and by the way, you're fired.
Ben, you're the one who picked Ace.
I wasn't gambling.
Yeah, that's right. You wasn't gambling, was you? You didn't happen to nothing to win or lose, did you? I sure didn't figure that one for the Ace.
It wasn't.
If that there's a king, and them there two are kings, where's the Ace?
Probably right up Mr. Carter's sleeve, as if you didn't know.
Now we come to the naval battles of the War of 1812. The largest and most important naval battle. Where was it fought? Margaret?
Lake Erie.
Correct. Who was the commander who won this important battle? Finney?
We did.
I ask you for the name of the commander who won the battle. Well, we're waiting.
It's coming, just a second.
Jamie, can you answer this question?
Yes, ma'am. It was Oliver Hazard. That ain't right. Perry. Oliver Hazard Perry.
That is correct. And Finney, you stay after school and study your history.
You could have whispered it to me, but you got to show off.
Arithmetic next. You 7th and 8th graders exchange papers.
Give me that paper. Finney. Oh, give it to me.
Kids see it.
Give me the paper.
Come on, Finney.
That door you walked into, all right?
Let's take a couple of wraps around that wagon wheel, Jamie.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He did what?
He hit Finney in the middle of the classroom.
Did you?
Yes, sir. He didn't even give me a chance to defend myself.
Is that true?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, would you mind telling us why? I'm waiting, Jamie.
It was just something between Finney and me.
I see. Finney, can you shed any light on this matter?
Well, it was just like he said.
Who hit first?
He did.
Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll ask you once more. Why? Now, Jamie, there's no excuse for fighting in a classroom. You've embarrassed us all. Mac, I apologize for Jamie's actions. And Jamie will apologize as well. Jamie.
I can't.
I think you better go to your room. I don't understand what's got into that boy. When he's wrong, he usually admits it.
Finney, are you holding something back?
No, Pa.
If I find out you are, I'm going to wheedle the tar out of you.
But, Pa, he hit me first.
Oh, Ben, I don't mind telling you, I'm a little embarrassed myself. My boy got 10 pounds on yours. Look at him. He's got 2 black eyes, and Jamie don't look like he's hardly got a scratch.
But, Pa, he got the drop on me.
Oh, get on out of here, alibi. I'm sorry, Ben. I just had to find out what's going on.
Don't worry, I intend to find out for myself.
Hey, what happened to you, Finney? Did you walk into a door, too?
Nah, Jamie hit me.
Oh, yeah? Jamie did all that?
Would you stop embarrassing me?
Well, Jamie did pretty good.
Yeah, you really whopped it on him, huh?
He sure did.
You wouldn't eat?
He say no thanks. Jamie not eat, something pretty wrong.
Something must be pretty wrong. You know, usually when he has problems, he discusses them with us.
No use to waste good stew.
If he won't eat, he won't eat. Don't worry about it.
All right. Hop Sing not worry about Jamie.
Maybe you ought to go upstairs and try talking to him again, huh?
I don't know. Wouldn't say anything before. No reason to think he'll say anything now.
I sure wish I knew what that fight was about.
Whatever it was must have been pretty important to get him acting like this.
Well, there's one way to find out what that fight was about. Talk to an eyewitness. Let me see this, Griggs.
You want us to go along with you?
No, you just finish it now.
No, Joe, there was another eyewitness to that fight.
Finney McLean.
Right. Why don't you and me go have a talk with him?
I'm with you.
Chân係啊！佢冇食飯冇食幾日啊，都唔知自己喺個房嘅時候眼處。Second call for dinner. Fine kettle of stew.
No, thanks.
You're only a boy. You need food to grow on.
Too much of me already. Bigger I get, the more trouble I get into.
You're not as bad as you think.
Yeah, I know. I'm worse.
Maybe so things get better when you're full grown. Eat stew. You'll be a big man before you know it.
No, thanks.
Teaching 8 grades, I find it takes a little night work to stay ahead of my students.
I'm sure it does. Your housekeeper told me that I'd find you here. I hope I won't take up too much of your time.
I've been expecting you. You want to know what started the fight?
Yes.
Finney had something of Jamie's and refused to return it.
So Jamie had cause. And the classroom is no place to settle an argument that way.
I agree. I usually make myself a pot of tea about this time. Perhaps you'll join me?
Thank you. I'd like to.
Mr. Cartwright, may I ask a very personal question?
Yes, of course.
Are you adopting Jamie?
Why do you ask that?
Excuse me. I think that this will explain.
Jamie Hunter. Jamie Hunter Cartwright. Jamie H. Cartwright. Jamie Cartwright.
Finney took it from Jamie's desk. He was going to show it to the other children. That's what started the fight.
Well, we know what he was thinking.
A very private thought. Jamie didn't want anyone to know until it happens. If it happens.
I've given it serious consideration. There are several problems.
Jamie is an orphan, isn't he?
Yes. But there may be relatives somewhere.
You must have a clear idea of where he's from.
Everywhere? Nowhere. Mrs. Griggs, Jamie's father was a rainmaker. Traveled to 100 towns and a dozen states and territories.
Can Jamie help?
Oh, he's tried. All he can remember is the traveling. Oh, his father kept a journal of sorts, names, a few addresses, mostly towns, dates of arrival, dates of departure, weather, condition of the roads, things like that. I've written to every sheriff and mayor in every one of those communities.
You must have had some answers.
Yes, a few. And all of them from people who knew no more about Jamie and his father than we did. That they came, stayed a few days, moved on.
No wonder. Your home means so much to Jamie. It's the only security he's ever had.
His father gave him very valuable inner security. A lot of love. We've been able to give him some roots as well.
Mr. Cartwright, what are you waiting for?
Not a thing. Not a blessed thing. J.B. Cartwright. He sure doesn't sound any better to him than it does to me. To look pretty good.
Yeah, she was getting kind of filthy.
Is Jamie still up?
Well, last time I heard, he was doing his homework, yeah.
See Mrs. Griggs?
Yeah.
Did she tell you about the paper?
How do you know about the paper?
We talked to Finney McLean.
Yeah, he's a real nice kid, that Finney.
Well, we wouldn't know what we know if he hadn't told us what he did. We wouldn't know how Jamie felt, would we?
Well, I think we've probably known all along. We've just been a little lax in doing something about it. Yeah, I think the time has come. That is, if you two are in accord.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a pretty important decision for us to make.
Yeah, I've already lived through one little brother, Paul. I don't know whether I can stand another one or not.
Decision's unanimous, you know that.
Absolutely, 100%. I think we ought to do it right now.
I think we better check with the party concerned.
No.
Jamie, maybe you didn't understand what Paul said.
Oh, I understand.
We thought you'd be as happy about the adoption as we are. Why should I be? Y'all just feel sorry for me, that's all.
Now, Jamie, that's not true. We've always felt you were part of our family. We just want to make it legal.
No, you don't. It's all because of that dumb old paper in school. And that Finney McLean, that's all. You don't really want me around here.
Jamie, that just ain't so. They had nothing to do with it.
Oh, they didn't? Well, then would you please tell me just why you're bringing it up tonight all of a sudden after all the trouble I got into today?
Well, I admit maybe the timing isn't of the best. But believe me, this is no spur-of-the-moment decision. It's something we've been thinking and wanting for some time.
Look, Mr. Cartwright, you don't have to make any excuses to me. I'm a man, and well, almost anyways, and I can pull my own weight around this ranch. And anytime at all, you don't want me around anymore, all you have to do is say so, all right? Now, if you'll please excuse me, I've got some homework to do.
Young man, I'm going to pick you up after school tomorrow. We're going to ride into Virginia City.
What for?
You'll just have to ride along to find out. You make sure you wait for me after school. Contains everything we know about Jamie except what he's told us, Judge.
Well, not a good deal of help here, Ben. No birth certificate for Jamie. No wedding license for his parents.
There's a picture in there.
I know, Jamie. I was merely trying to find some reference to your mother's maiden name.
Yes, sir.
Jamie never really knew her. She died when he was about 2.
Did your father ever mention where she came from? What about your grandparents? Did your father ever mention them?
No, sir.
Do you know anything about any other possible blood relatives?
No, sir, not a thing.
It's been, what, Ben, about 6 months since you first talked to me about possibly adopting Jamie.
Yes.
You were going to write to everyone whose name and address appears in these papers, attempting to locate or communicate with any possible blood relative.
Yes, I did that. I wrote to all of them. Most of the letters were returned undelivered. I wrote back to those who didn't reply.
I take it without any success. Well, that would certainly seem to fulfill the statutory requirements of this state, inasmuch as no blood relatives placed prior claim so far as Jamie Hunter is concerned. I would say your legal request for adoption now has complete validity.
Thank you.
There's still some facts to be determined that you've provided a good home for Jamie, fulfilled his needs as to proper food, clothing, education. I'll draw up the adoption papers. It'll take a few days. Well, that does it, Ben.
Thank you, Judge, except for one more thing.
Oh?
It's a matter of Jamie's consent.
Well, there's no requirement in the law for that, Ben. Jamie being a minor, he has no say in the proceedings.
I'd still like it a matter of record.
Very well. Jamie Hunter, a petition for your adoption has been filed in this court by Benjamin Cartwright. What is your wish regarding this matter? Well, Jamie, is it your wish to become Benjamin Cartwright's legal son and heir?
Yes, sir.
That's him, Ben Cartwright.
The boy's his son?
No, his name's Jamie Hunter, but he lives with the Cartwrights.
I've heard a lot about Cartwright. Very distinguished-looking man.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for your help.
More than welcome.
I suppose I'd have to change my name to Jamie Cartwright.
Yes, legally and for all time, that'll be your name.
Of course, I wouldn't be exactly like Hoss and Joe. I mean, they'd be in your real sons and all.
No, you wouldn't be exactly like them. It's true.
I didn't figure I would be.
Well, Jamie, they were given to me, Hoss and Joe.
Given?
By their mothers. Blessed gifts they were, too. I didn't choose them. You're a little different, Jamie. You see, I did choose you. Because I wanted you to be my son. It's been some time since I've seen everything so shipshape around here.
Yeah. You seen his room? He can shave himself right off the shine of the floor. That is, when he gets old enough. You know what Hopsang heard him say this morning? Said he wanted to grow up and be a perfect carpenter.
I'm not so sure I wanted to see him try to be a perfect cartwright.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Give him another week or two. He'll be just a average, aggravating boy.
Hello, is there something I can do for you?
Would you, by any chance, be Jamie Hunter?
Yes, sir, I am.
I'm Ferris Callahan.
Oh, pleased to meet you. And would you like to see Mr. Cartwright?
I would indeed, my boy, and you too. I'm your grandfather. Fighting? 15. Yep. I thought 15 would be taller.
Well, I think he's about the right size for 15.
Yeah. Well, he's healthy. You do go to school.
Yes, sir, I do.
He has excellent grades.
This is fine brandy, Mr. Cartwright. Well, Jamie, I expect you're surprised to see me.
Yes, sir, I am.
Well, I've been hunting for you for years. Tracing a single swallow would have been easier. Your father was constantly on the move.
Yes, sir, he was a rainmaker. He went where he was needed.
So I have been told.
Is, this your first trip to Virginia City, sir?
Yes, it is. A Pinkerton man traced your father to a town called Cottonwood, North Dakota.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. His luggage was still there, held by an innkeeper for non-payment of lodging. In the luggage was my daughter's wedding license and Jamie's birth certificate. And the sheriff there had a letter from Benjamin Cartwright inquiring as to Hunter's family and relations.
Well, that's how you got here.
Yeah, stroke of pure luck. If Hunter hadn't run out on his bills, I might never have found Jamie.
He didn't run out on him. He was going to pay him.
So he said, at many times and at many places. He was a charming man. He charmed my daughter. Nevertheless, he was a deadbeat and a charlatan.
You have no right to talk about my pa like that.
Why, I have every right, and your manners leave something to be desired.
Mr. Cartwright, tell him to leave.
Jamie.
As soon as the formalities are attended to, we're both leaving. You are going to Boston with me.
Jamie. Jamie.
Well, he had to know. Mr. Cartwright, he might as well know now. I've already told Judge Taylor.
You know of my petition to adopt him.
I do. It's your misfortune that my men located him at this time. My wife is dead. I have no other family. I want my grandson now.
Mr. Callahan, you saw it for yourself. He doesn't want to leave here.
Oh, he's just a young lad. He'll change his mind tomorrow. He doesn't realize this primitive area has none of the advantages that I can give him. The finest schools, finest society, familiarity with all the social graces. I am a rich man, Mr. Cartwright. The Callahan clipper ships are known round the world. I appreciate what you've been doing for him, but now that I've located him, it's no longer necessary.
Necessary? We've never considered it a necessity. Jamie is part of this family. He's happy here.
Are you trying to tell me that you're the only man that has the ability to make him happy?
No. But I am wondering why you want him. Is it for Jamie's good or for your own?
How dare you have the gall to say something like that to me?
Callahan, I've listened to every single word you've had to say. Not once have you thought of what Jamie might want.
What he wants is what I can make of him that counts. He's only a boy.
He's not a boy. He's a young man with his roots deep in Ponderosa soil. This is the life he knows, the life he wants, the life he loves.
You're wasting your time and mine, Cartwright. I'm taking him with me.
I'll do my damnedest to stop you.
You can't win. Jamie's my grandson. Blood kin. There's nothing you could do to change that.
Jamie, I'm sorry. I was just as surprised to see him as you were.
You were? It's your fault. You wrote the letters.
Clear the way for the adoption, Jamie. Now, look, I know you're hurt and you're upset, and with reason.
You bet I have reason.
You were with me at Judge Taylor's. You know what
I know what you said. You said you were going to adopt me. And then this stranger comes along and says he's going to take me away.
Well, he hasn't taken you away
Well, he
yet.
will.
No, I'm going to see Judge Taylor with him tomorrow.
You know what the judge said about blood relatives and claims and things like that. I don't know what good it's going to do you to see him now.
I don't know either. But I'm going to do everything humanly possible to make sure that you stay here. You must believe me, son.
Don't call me son. I'm nobody's son, and I never will be.
I'll be back for the boy this afternoon.
Wouldn't talk to you.
No, he wouldn't talk. Door's locked. Won't answer the knock. Won't even answer when I talk to him.
Well, I can't say that I blame him. You must feel like the whole world's coming down on him. I sort of feel the same way myself.
Maybe he's hungry now. Hobson, cook him something. Make him feel better.
Oh, don't even bother. He won't answer.
Still hard to believe. It seems like he's been with us forever.
That Bernie Paul, there ought to be something we could do.
Like what?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to Carson City. Judge Taylor can't do anything about it. Maybe the governor, Lieutenant General, maybe they can help. Hey, we're not going to give Jamie up without a fight. Jamie, have you had a good look at this witness trip?
Horses and Joe's names.
That's right.
They made the swing with you, too?
Yes, they have. On various occasions.
I'll bet they have.
Why don't you put your name there? sorry, Jamie.
Just a bunch of burnt pages. What's to be sorry about?
Jamie, I'm going to take you home.
My home's in that wagon, Mr. Cartwright. Besides, I can't leave Dusty.
And Dusty will come along with us.
I didn't run. I said I wouldn't run, and I didn't.
No, you didn't run.
I didn't cry. I'm too big to cry.
Jamie, I want you to know.
I know you tried. You wanted me to stay.
Jamie! Jamie! Wait! Wait! It's a long trip to Carson City. You get hungry. This for you and your grandpa.
No thanks, officer.
But Jamie, it's a long ride. You get hungry.
Look, we don't want it. Please, Mr. Callahan, can we go now?
You're not very talkative, lad.
Got nothing to say.
Aren't you curious about where you're going, what you do, where you live?
No.
Well, once you get to Boston, you will be.
You won't get anywhere trying to handle them like that, Mr. Callahan.
So you think you can do better, huh?
Almost anybody could. Those horses know you're not sure of what you're doing.
Any man that can sail a clipper ship around the Horn can handle four-footed beasts like these.
Now, what does one got to do with the other?
Well, you'll learn soon enough when you get to Boston. One day, I'll put the wheel of a clipper ship in your hand, and you'll know the meaning, the command.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to Boston.
What?
I said I'm not going to Boston.
You go where I tell you.
No, Mr. Callahan, I'll just run away before I get on that train.
You're not going to run away. You're coming home with me, or I'll haul you in for the brace of Pinkerton.
You all right?
I think my leg's broken.
Yeah, it's broken, all right. There's no way you can move from here.
Yeah, we got to. We've got to some way. Jamie? Jamie! Jamie! Come back! Jamie! Come back here! Come here! I honor you! Come back! Come back! Hello! Hello, any
Anybody up there? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Some water for you.
I thank you. Yeah. My clothes?
Sure, you're the one who needs them. Here, put this under your head. It's better than laying on the rocks.
Thank you.
There wasn't a blanket in the full box in the buckboard, so this will have to do for now until I get a fire going.
On the buckboard.
Yeah, the team ran themselves out. I got them picketed and grazing in a piece of pasture about a half mile up the road. Horse is all right, and buckboard needs a few repairs, but I can fix it.
Full box. What's that?
Well, it's a box under the seat of a livery rig. Holds emergency stuff. This one was empty except a canteen and a hatchet.
Hold on there. That's a fine Irish linen shirt of mine you're destroying. Made to my order in Dublin.
Oh, it's strong enough. It'll do.
Do what?
Try these splints on your legs. That's what the boards are for.
You mean to say that you're going to try to set the bones in my leg?
No, I didn't say that. I said I'm going to splint them so they can't move until a doctor can get at you.
Wouldn't it be more sensible to go for help?
And leave you here most of the night, no fire?
Well, you could build a fire for me before you go.
Sure, and it'd last you maybe an hour. You think you're cold now? Well, you're not half as cold as you're going to get.
The cold is due to shock. You can't tell me nothing about that. I've set the bones of 100 men's legs at sea.
Well, then you know this is going to hurt.
Huh?
How's that splint feel?
Yes. Yeah, no. No, you'll need that. You're your mother's son, all right. Stubborn as a rock.
Well, you don't exactly bend like a willow, Mr. Callahan.
Well, there's a difference in being right and knowing it and cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Well, still got my nose.
Big-air speech. What you haven't got is the lunch the Chinese cook tried to give you. Refusing it was an act of pure churlishness.
What does that mean?
It means going hungry, for one thing.
Well, now, if you need a picnic basket to eat, you're not much account around here. You can reach the wood. Keep the fire going until I get back. I won't be long.
Now, the rabbit, I can understand. You snared it. But the fish?
You make a snare?
No, I cannot. But I know knots and lashes. I'd only have to seen it done once to do it.
Yeah? Well, making it's just the easy part. You also got to know where to put it. Trout ought to be ready in a couple minutes.
It's a lucky thing you had a piece of string and a hook in your pocket.
I didn't have either.
You didn't? How'd you catch him?
I tickled him. Well, it's like making a snare. You got to know how.
I see. And who taught you that?
Mr. Cartwright and Hoss and Joe. Out here, you gotta know how to take care of yourself.
That was a good meal. I thank you.
You're welcome.
I wonder now how far I'd have to go to find a place to crawl up to the road.
Let's say about a half a mile.
Half mile? All those rocks and brushes. Oh, I'd never make it.
Well, I'll have you up there in the morning.
You carry me up there. Haven't the strength. Sad thing, though. If I had a decent block, 100 feet of rope, I could make it.
If you had wings, you could fly.
Now, I know you don't like me, but that is any excuse for you being impertinent.
I'm just saying what my pa used to tell me when I started wishing for something I couldn't have.
I see. Hey, you know what my father used to say? If wishes were horses, beggars might ride. What did your father have to say about me?
Nothing.
Elizabeth was only 5 years older than you are now when she met your father. She could have had her choice of the most eligible men
Well,
in the whole...
She picked my pa.
She did, yes. She ran away with him. 3 letters in 3 years. Never a return address. Last letter she wrote, she said she had a son. And then there was one letter from him. Cholera. Mother was dead.
You're trying to make it sound bad, but they were happy.
Happy? You were 2 years old when she died. How could you possibly know?
Because my pa told me. She was as beautiful as a field of mountain flowers. She loved to travel and see new country every day. She never asked or wanted more than my pa had to give her. And they were happy.
All right. I'll agree to that. I admit I did try to stop the marriage, then I tried to find her to ask her forgiveness. Why, I've been hunting for you for years.
Why?
Because you're my grandson. Because you're part of my family. You belong in my house, in my home. Where I could give you schooling, social graces, stature. How can you object to that?
Why did my mother run away from you?
Sure, I don't know. I loved her. I gave her everything I could. I suppose I wanted her to be like her mother was. She had ideas of her own. I asked her to come home.
You wanted her to leave my pa?
No, not then. I didn't. I wanted a son. Elizabeth knew that. I wanted a boy that I could mold and form to grow up to be a man to take my place. I suppose that's the real reason why I wanted Elizabeth to bring you home.
Even though she didn't want to?
No, I didn't think about that. I only wanted her to do what I thought she should do. That makes me an old fool. I'm stuck with it. Too old a fool to change.
Yeah, I guess you are.
What's that for?
Stretcher, kinda.
Stretcher?
Yeah.
That's something else the Cartwrights taught you, I suppose?
That's right. Something's too heavy to lift, you find a way to pull it.
That's what I meant when I asked for a block and tackle.
Yeah, which we didn't have. And we had to wait till those horses weren't too wild to work for we could do this. Now, what we gotta do is get your shoulders up here near the end. And tie in with whatever we got left of your shirt. Then we gotta put your bad leg up on that branch over there and tie it in there, see? And so the branches can kind of act like a spring pad, you know what I mean?
You're an ingenious young man. Cadet material right now. A little more training, and you're third mate. And you'll be on your way to your master's ticket. Any tonnage, any ocean.
Yeah, well, right now it's on the way to the road in the Ponderosa. And I'm gonna need all the help you can give me, all right? Okay, here we go. All right?
Let me out.
Well, I guess that's everything.
Thank you. But that's not quite everything. I'm a blunt man, Mr. Cartwright. I usually say what I have to say without any fuss, but this time it's not so easy. Jamie likes it here. The Ponderosa is his home. He's made that quite plain to me. I hate to admit it, but Jamie belongs here.
Well, we feel that way, too.
Thank you. That's settled then. I'll tell Judge Taylor. I still want him to see Boston, the house where his mother was born, and the Callahan ships.
Oh, I'm sure he'd like to visit you very much.
You bring him there, Mr. Cartwright. The things I'd like to show you, too.
It'd be my great pleasure.
Well, I'll be down in a minute. Well, Jamie?
I've come to say thank you.
Yeah? You did? That your idea or Ben Cartwright's?
Mine, sir.
Well, I've said it, and I'm not going to change my mind. You needn't worry about that.
I know that, sir.
You did? How'd you know it?
Well, you yell a lot, but you're not as mean as you want people to think you are.
I'm not,
No, sir.
Well, I still want you to see where the Callahans live.
All right, I'll come and visit you.
I look forward to it. You're a grandson to be proud of. By Jamie Cartwright.
And that still sounds kind of strange.
You'll both get used to it.
feel all right, you talk now. Why you walk in the desert?
Bringing this mare home. She stumbled and fell and broke her leg.
Where you go?
Virginia City. It's about 2-3 days ride from here.
We take your mills. White man's town.
Much obliged, man. Thank you. My name's Joe Cartwright.
Red Cloud. Swift Eagle, son of my son.
How are you? I'm sure obliged to you for going out of your way.
We go mills anyway.
Like I said, stage and mills back to Virginia City. Dad, Bernard, I must have dropped my wallet when that horse fell.
Maybe somebody find you, take from you.
No, not much of a man to do a thing like that.
Some people no good.
Hey, you know, I fell all the way down that hill, too. I probably lost it there. There wasn't much money in it. It wasn't worth anything.
You lose your horse, saddle, water, money. White man plenty smart.
I did not take wallet.
The truth?
Yes.
Then it's time you tell white man you take gun.
I can't.
You tell. You eat. You sleep. Long ride tomorrow. You're safe with Indian. Red Cloud, stop here.
I thought that town was just around the next hill.
Red Cloud, camp here. You go.
Where do you want to go?
Hey, just drop me off at the sheriff's office. What's the matter?
What do you want with the sheriff?
I'll borrow some money from him. Look, I never did think you took that wallet if that's what's bothering you. All I know is if you hadn't helped me, I'd be dead right now. Well, this is my stop. Thanks a lot. is Sheriff around?
What's he doing off the reservation?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. You know where the sheriff is?
Over there.
Thanks. Hey, Sheriff, glad to find you. My name's Joe Cartwright.
So? How did Joe Cartwright?
How are you? Look, my horse broke his leg out in the desert. I was lucky to make it to town. Lost my wallet besides.
That Indian find you?
Yeah.
Well, good thing he rode out there. Saved you some work, huh?
Hey, look, I hate to bother you, but I just wonder if you could loan me enough money so I could send a wire to my pa and get my stage fare. I'd be much obliged.
That's not my business.
Well, look, I'm going to pay it back right away.
You don't bother about him. He got out of the wrong side of the bed 40 years ago, and it took permanent.
Trouble with you is you fall for every hard luck story you hear.
He's got a nice, honest face. You can see that, Tom. Well, at least you can see it after he gets a shave. Get yourself a shave and a bath after you send off that wire. It's all right. Go on. My name's Ryan, Frank Ryan.
Hi there.
Nice to make your acquaintance, Joe.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. Nice to meet a friendly face.
Oh, after you get all bathed and shaved and pretty up, come on back here while you're drinking a meal.
You've done enough for me already.
It's all right. Price is right here. I own the place.
Like you say, the price is right. I'll take you up on it. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Sheriff.
I swear you've grub staked so many the word's gotten round.
Yeah, well, pleasures me.
Yes, sir. Soldier, Indian fighter, second to none. Tried ranching for a while, but he's the kind that likes towns and people. Yeah. Runs the best bar in town. Yes, sir. Serves a good drink at a fair price. Serves good food, too.
Sounds like you like him.
Oh, everybody likes him. In all my years here, I never heard of anybody that didn't like Frank Ryan. Why, we even tried to get him to run for governor, but he likes doing what he's doing. Why, this town would give him anything he wants. But if you want my guess, he'll be our next U.S. senator. Got to say, though, he does pour a good drink.
Well, now, I certainly do hope that you enjoyed your meal.
It was delicious, honey. Thank you.
Can I get anything else for you, Frank?
Well, maybe later, huh?
Seconds if you like.
You were lucky those Paiutes found you. Yeah. I wonder what they were doing off the reservation.
I don't know. They don't say much.
Well, I could be in a lot of trouble being here without the Indian agents okay. Well, not that I agree with them being penned up like that. I mean, they owned this country long before our folks were speaking English.
You kind of surprised me. You don't hear that kind of talk around here very much.
Well, I think what I like, and I speak it. In spite of the fact that I've had some kind of unfriendly dealings with the Indians from time to time. That war bonnet there harks back to one such time.
I was noticing that. You got quite a collection.
Don't get him started on them.
Oh, now, I don't gab all that much about them. Just some souvenirs.
These souvenirs are pretty big doings, according to your local barber.
Oh, barbers are gossip.
Well, and so's a telegraph operator. He told me the same stories.
Frank's the town hero.
Well, not to everybody. Yeah, I could tell you some tales that'd pop your eyes out if I wanted to. That war bonnet, it's been hanging there for 15 years, but I recollect like it was just yesterday. Oh, Teresa, would you bring us a couple more beers, please?
Found it.
There we go. Hey, thank you very much.
Alas!
Got your bonnet for you, Frank.
What happened?
Engine started a ruckus.
What, an old man and a boy? What about it, Mr. Ryan?
Go get the sheriff, Elias. I want those Indians locked up until the agent can come and take them back to the reservation.
Cartwright here tells me you need a doctor. I'll send for one, if you got the money.
I have.
No doctor.
There you are. If he is hurt, he don't want help. Well, he'll get plenty of rest. He'll be in jail for a week.
For what?
Being an Indian.
Mind if I talk to him?
You rattle when you want out.
Suppose we start with you telling me why you tried to take that war bonnet.
War bonnet mine.
They took it from him.
Look, Chief, I owe you. I want to try to help you if I can.
Red Cloud no need help.
I think you do. You're in jail and you're in trouble. Unless you have permission to be off the reservation.
No.
Now, if I could get you that permission, would you accept my help?
No.
Yes.
All right, I'll wire my father. He'll contact the Indian agent. I must have your promise you won't try to take the war bonnet.
You have my promise.
What about you?
You have my word.
It's good enough for me.
Sheriff?
Your friend Elias is a savage.
All right, Teresa.
The way he attacked that old man, I thought he would kill him.
The Indian asked for it coming in here the way he did.
Not that kind of beating.
Don't light on Frank, Teresa. He didn't start it. Can't you see he's upset enough as it is?
I should have known it was Red Cloud the minute that Joe said they were Paiutes.
Who'd want to take that stuff anyway after it's been hanging up there for so long?
There's some things that a man doesn't forget.
Some things a woman doesn't forget either.
May, why don't you run along? Teresa and I can finish up.
Oh, Frank, I'm not tired, and I really would like to stay, and I have a lot of stuff I have to do.
No, just go get a good night's rest. Oh, Teresa. like to talk to you. It's been a long time since we had a real talk. I missed you.
All of a sudden?
No.
When? Last week? Last month? Last year you missed me?
Teresa, why don't you sit down, huh? Go. You know, I've been thinking about us for a long time. I wanted to talk to you about it before, but, well, you know yourself, you're pretty hard to reach.
I wasn't always.
No, you were wonderful. And I can't blame you for being sore at me. Any woman would be. I tried to explain it to you that it wasn't because I didn't love you. There were a lot of reasons that we couldn't get married.
One reason, Frank. You couldn't face this town with a Mexican wife.
No, it wasn't that. We talked about it. You even said that you understood.
Oh, yes, I understood. As long as we were together. But we haven't been together for a long time.
Things happen.
Things? You call those things? You mean Celeste and Josie and...
But they didn't mean anything to us.
Well, then I feel sorry for you.
Look, I'm not here to talk about them. Why can't we go back to the way things were before?
We can't.
Well, then why did you stay? All these years.
Where would I go? Another job like this?
You're a beautiful woman. I mean, any man in the world.
Another man? I am a one-man's woman, Frank. And I loved you.
Maybe if you gave me a chance, you could again.
Oh, no. It's too late now. There was one time when I would have walked on my knees in the desert if you had asked me to. I would have done anything for you. Anything. Today, I will only not betray you. That's what this is all about, isn't it? That's the question. Now you have the answer.
Well, it wasn't exactly.
Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead. May is waiting for you.
Now, believe me, I take no pleasure in saying no, but the Bureau of Indian Affairs rules are such that I'm given little choice.
And there are no exceptions?
Oh, rarely. Now, this will show you why. Now, these are complaints. 50 or 60 of them in the past 2 years alone. From people badgered and terrorized by Indians off reservation. And I have to investigate and file a report on each one of them.
Well, an old man and a boy are certainly not going to terrorize anybody.
Old man, he's a chief. He goes on a rampage, his whole tribe will follow him.
Red Cloud hadn't made any trouble in years.
Maybe he hasn't, but others have.
But you give permission sometimes.
I said I did for good cause. There's a standard procedure. There has to be a written request. The final decision is up to Washington.
But, Mr. Matheson, that'd take weeks.
No doubt.
Now, you saying that even if there were an emergency, you couldn't make a decision?
In my opinion, this is not an emergency. Not while those Indians are still in jail. Now, I am sorry, gentlemen.
Mr. Matheson, this does present a problem to you, doesn't it? I mean, a financial problem.
Yes?
Well, to get Red Cloud and Silver Eagle back to Mills, you'd have to have an escort of at least 2 men. That means paying wages and a per diem.
Yes.
And then to get them back to the reservation, that would mean paying wages and a trail salary.
Yeah.
Now, I think we could probably help you out. If you put them in the custody of my son,
He'd get them back to the reservation. It wouldn't cost you a penny. And you wouldn't have anything to explain to the government auditor.
That would be most irregular. Most irregular.
Save the government an awful lot of money.
It certainly would, a tremendous amount.
Any complaints I get, your son will answer for?
Well, of course.
He'll indemnify for any thefts or damages that may occur?
Yes, I think we can see that.
Very well. I'll wire the sheriff to that effect.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Good day, Mr. Matheson.
Oh, how'd it work out?
Jamie? Oh, handled it just fine.
Hope that Joe can handle it as easily.
I hear one complaint against him. You join him here next time.
Very fair of you, Sheriff.
The hotel won't put you up, but you might try the livery stable.
Thanks for telling us.
Not so fast, Cartwright. You gotta read and sign this before you go.
As you go on, I'll meet you at the livery stable. It's amazing, Sheriff. For a man who wasn't there, you sure got all the facts.
What? Do you know what you're saying?
Red Cloud, no. It's the only way to keep honor. Tomorrow, sun up noon, we fight. You use cavalry saber. Red Cloud use lance, as in battle. After fight, war bonnet belong to man who stay alive. No.
Look, Red Cloud, you're my responsibility. I'm not gonna let you break the peace.
No break peace. Just fight one man.
1 man, 1,000 men, it doesn't make any difference. It's the same thing.
I still fight.
There's one way I can stop you. I don't want to use it, but I will if I have to.
What way?
I can take you over to that sheriff's office and have him lock you up until the agents get here.
I told you we could not trust him.
Look, maybe you don't care if your grandfather gets killed, but I do. But you don't care, do you? It's what you want, isn't it? I'm sorry, Chief. I can't let it happen. I want you to promise me you'll stay in this room until I get back.
I stay till tomorrow.
Did I hear right, Frank? That old coot challenged you to a fight?
You heard it.
What's he gonna do, gum you to death?
Oh, boy, what's that old man trying to do to me? I can't fight him.
You're not going to, are you?
Makes me look bad challenging me like that in front of all my friends. No, it's a bluff, that's what.
No, it isn't.
He's counting on me not wanting to look bad, like hurting him or maybe killing him. He knows he can't stand up against me.
That's what I mean. You know what that war bonnet means to him? It's a matter of pride. It's his honor. Give it back to him, Frank.
I've got a little honor, too. I give him that war bonnet, I'd be a laughing stock.
Is that so important?
Yes. right, he wants a fight. I'm going to give it to him. But I am not going to be the one who gets killed.
No. That Indian's gonna die tomorrow. You can stop it.
Look, all I know is they're your responsibility. Indian Agent's wire said so.
He's an old man. You can't let him fight Ryan.
Never heard of any fight. Even if I did, it'd probably be over by the time I could stop it. You better be getting back to your responsibility, Cartwright.
I must be real proud having you for sheriff.
Mr. Cartwright?
Look, I told you to stay inside. What are you doing out here?
Wait for you.
All right, I'm here. What do you want?
When I find you in desert, I take your gun, and I left you. You would have been dead if Red Cloud had not guessed.
I'm glad you told me.
So you will let Red Cloud take War Bonnet in battle?
No, I can't. Your grandfather saved my life. I owe him the same favor.
He want no favor from white man.
Well, he's gonna get one, whether he likes it or not. Hey, stop working on the lance. You're not gonna use it.
Red Cloud fight.
It's not gonna be a fight. I told you that. Even if I have to tie you up.
You tie me up. When I get loose, I fight. Only way you stop me. You take Lance, and you kill me now.
There it is. You wanted it, go and take it. Don't you understand? I'm trying to give you the war bonnet. On one condition. That is, you get on your horses right now. That way you'll get through the worst of the desert before that noon sun fries your brains.
You want me to take Bonnet if I ride away at night?
No, that's not exactly... Look, it's better to get through the desert at night. I was just thinking of you.
You think of yourself and how you look to the town. You want me to ride away like Coyote, without honor.
No, that's not...
Then you say Red Cloud, old fool and thief. Not worth chasing.
Listen, I'm trying to be nice to him. This is my last offer. Take it or leave it. You think you can make him understand that? If you come up against me tomorrow, I'm going to have to kill you.
If that be it, all right. Tomorrow I take it or lose it with honor.
You and your honor.
Where's Ryan? You want to make a little bet on today's match? Name your own odds. We'll cover anything you want to put up. Let the Undertaker hold the stakes.
Save your breath. There's not going to be a fight.
Well, Ryan figures different.
Where is he?
He's in the office.
He doesn't want to be disturbed. Too bad.
Hold it.
You know, Cartwright, you really rile me. I think it's time you cooled your heels over at my little hotel. Bring him along, boys.
Hey, Frank! That fool engine's doing it. He's out there waiting for you.
Well, I expected he would be.
We can try to figure, Redskins. For all this time, he comes after them feathers like he had a right to them or something. He's local, that's what. Thinking he can stand up to you. I guess Frank's gonna give him what's coming to him, all right.
Yeah, you'll teach him a lesson no Indian will ever forget, Frank.
Hey, come on, everybody.
Ryan! Ryan, don't do it! Ryan, for God's sake, he's an old man!
I'm not going to fight you, Red Cloud.
We must.
The war bonnet is yours. Take it.
We must fight to keep honor.
No need for that. I didn't take it with honor. Teresa?
Frank, what are you gonna do?
Something I should have done a long time ago. Give back something I stole. A man's honor. You and I know the truth about this. All the stories I told were lies. Like all the stories I told about those things that hang on my wall. I scrounged most of them, so I'd look tall in the eyes of this town. But now, it's time for everybody to know the truth. I never met you in that battle. I never even saw you. That came later. My friends and I got drunk. Went to the stockade where you were being held prisoner. And my friends held you on the ground like an animal. And I took this war bonnet off you. That is the truth of how it happened. Isn't it, Red Cloud?
It's true.
I am the only man here today without honor. You've always had yours. And you proved it here today.
It sometimes takes great courage to tell the truth. More courage than to fight. You are an honorable man, Frank Ryan. I take the war bonnet.
You shamed yourself in front of this whole town. You know that, Frank? You shamed yourself, but you shamed me, too. Some hero you turned out to be, crawling before them redskins. You had no right. They are nothing but Indians.
And you're only a stupid, selfish little girl.
You have no right to talk to me like that, you Mexican.
Shut up, May.
Frank.
Why don't you just go away? Please. Just go away. Well, she's just saying what the whole town is saying, Teresa.
Frank, it's only what you think that matters.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think? I think, Tess, it's about time that I started to live who I really am instead of who I have pretended to be. Hmm?
Sheriff decided to let me out. We're gonna head back to the reservation. I'm gonna pay back the money he loaned me. Got yourself a heck of a man.
Hello, little Joe, Mr. Horse.
I guess it's about all set, huh?
Pretty quick now. Just think, 3 weeks, no pot, no pan, nobody late for meal.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be cooking for yourself, ain't you?
Hobson like somebody appreciate Hobson cooking.
He's got a point.
No, that ain't exactly what I meant. I mean, you're going to have to be washing pans and pots and dishes and all that anyhow, ain't you?
Only a Hobson pan. The gold pan, too. Don't have to wash gold pan. Only wash the gold.
I'm saying you're just wasting your time. All you're going to do is end up with a handful of blisters. And believe me, you're talking to the blister king of Nevada.
Maybe you look in wrong place.
Now, wait a minute, Hop Sing. You may be the best cook in Nevada, but you're no miner. You don't know where to find gold.
Hop Sing look where people find gold. Many mine in Miracle Creek.
Oh, I'm saying them old mines been mined out years ago. It's just wasting your time prospecting down there.
Maybe so. Many men, if they turn one more shovel of dirt, they find gold again. Hop Sing going to turn one more shovel full of dirt.
Good luck.
Thank you. Come on. Ha!
3 weeks. 3 weeks? Hey, who's gonna do all the cooking? Me?
Well, why not? You do all the eating.
It's a miner named Hop Sing, gonna buy gold, may become a blister king. Dẫu câu phô là dẫu công công phồn dẫu có cứng dẫu tay chan dẫu mà dẫu thầy tại ngõ先生我所首選我骨金發低。Mr. Horse wrong. Hop Sing not only miner on Miracle Creek. Here, boy. Hey! Hey, you! What are you doing?
Hello, little friend.
Hop's a good cook, huh? Huh? Good morning, Missy. My name Hop Sing. What your name? I live on Ponderosa. Where you live? Ponderosa is the biggest ranch in Nevada. Maybe biggest in whole United States. Hop Sing #1 cook on Ponderosa. Best cook in Nevada. Hop Sing miner too. Jeep. Hey, Blue Jay. Tell Missy, Hop Sing cooks supper pretty quick.
Hello, little friend.
Hello. Missy? No need to be afraid. You're welcome. Yes, sir, xin Phật. Yes, sir, xin Phật. Blue Jay, no like Chinese song? No hurt Hop Sing feeling. Hop Sing no like your song either. Cheep, 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 cheep. Leaf make very good boat. In China, Hop Sing sell many leaf boats. Yes, sir, xin Phật. Time to wash up, Missy. Supper pretty quick. Oh, no, Missy. You soap. Wash your neck, wash ear. For you. Hop Sing fix supper pretty quick. Best cook in Nevada, not best cook today. Even champion cook make mess. Eat before the supper get cold, Missy. Missy, please stay.
Thank you for bucket. Gold! Gold! Hop Sing #1 miner! Thank you. Oh, very pretty. You let Hop Sing look. Missy, come back! Đại財啦！哎呀，真係啊！Missy, happy to see you. Come. Come. Sit down. Eat supper before it gets cold. Oh, not so fast. You swallow too fast, you'll not get taste of good food. Hop Sing live on Ponderosa. Where you live? Why you not talk to Hop Sing? Where you live before you come here? You have pretty locket. Where you get it? What your name?
Missy.
Missy. Missy what?
Just Missy.
Just Missy? Missy. Go in outside. Come in. Come in. Come on. Sit by fire. Keep warm. More coffee, Missy?
No, Hop Sing. Hop Sing. What kind of a name is that?
Chinese name.
What's Chinese?
Hop Sing. Me Chinese. Hop Sing come from China, across the ocean, long time ago.
What's the ocean?
Ocean is water, salt water. Far, far away. China is a big country, very big. Hop Sing get on sailing ship in China. Very high mast. Many sail. China boys sleep below. Ocean very rough. Ship make it very hot. Hop Sing get very sick. In the morning, Hop Sing go on deck. See nothing but water. Far as can see. One whole month. Water, water, water.
Sing is China boy.
China boy, Chinese, all the same. Hop Sing come on Asia Queen. Long, long time ago.
You come here all alone. Why?
Hop Sing, #1 cook on Ponderosa. Every year, #1 cook get time off after round-up. Last 3 years, Hop Sing lose money in Fantan House. This year, Hop Sing go prospecting.
#1 cook. #1 cook burn meat.
#1 time.
Well, where's your wife?
Hop Sing not married.
Why?
Hop Sing China boy. Been here long time. Never have seen one Chinese girl. You know, Missy, until now, you're very hard to talk to. Just like try to catch moonbeam in the hand.
Trying to catch a moonbeam in your hand. Oh, that's pretty, Hop Sing.
Morning, Missy.
Morning. No. Use soap like you tell me.
Missy right. Hop Sing forget.
Wash behind your ears and your neck hard. Why'd you make mud?
Mud?
You know, with the pan and the dirt.
Oh, that's for gold. Like your locket. Hop Sing wash dirt away. Gold is heavy. Sink to bottom of pan. Dirt all wash away. Gold is on bottom.
Oh.
Not every time, though.
That's a pretty bird.
Blue jay.
Why?
Why what?
Why Blue Jay?
That's his name. Blue Jay. Like my name. Hop Sing.
Like my name, Missy.
Missy what?
Just Missy. Blue Jay's gone. I'm gonna go find him. You wash good. This sure is good. Got any more eggs?
Eggs all gone.
You gonna make flapjacks?
Flour all gone yesterday. Meat gone, bacon gone, everything gone. Well, I guess only thing to do, I go back Ponderosa, get more grub.
You gonna go? You're gonna leave me?
I promise you. I not go long time. I be back soon. Something bother Missy? Why are you so sad?
You're gonna leave and never come back.
Hopsing come back real quick. That ironclad promise. Next time you come with me to Ponderosa, meet Mr. Ben Cartwright. He #1 boss. He be very glad to see you. You don't worry, Missy. Missy? Missy!
Biscuits, cuvettes, biscuits.
What are you making now?
Oh, I'm making some biscuits.
I can hardly wait.
I know how to make them. It's just that I want to see how these other fellows do it. Oh, sure. You'd be surprised how many kind of biscuits there are. There's drop biscuits and griddle biscuits and all sorts
Drop
of...
biscuits? Must be like those pancakes you made this morning. You drop one and it breaks the plate.
Well, I admit, them was a little tough, but I ain't at my best that early in the morning. 2 cups of flour, milk.
Hey, did you hear that?
Huh? What?
I heard noise in the store.
It's probably a mouse.
Did you measure any of that stuff?
No, I just put it in there till it gets thick. Yeah, now let's see. 2 teaspoons of tater rat. Tater rat? What the deuce is tater rat?
Yeah, that's an awful big mouse. I didn't take a look. Hey, Hopsing, come on in.
Hello, little Joe.
Good to see you. What are you doing back so early?
I come back for some more grub.
Hey, Hopsing, am I glad to see you?
Hopsing not glad to see messy kitchen.
Them dishes, I was going to clean them up later. But hey, how about while you're here fixing some biscuits and some fried chicken and green gravy and some of that good stuff, huh?
Where Mr. Cartwright?
He's from Virginia City.
Yeah, the food's better there.
Little Joe, here is list of things Hopsing take from storehouse. You take out of my pay when I come back.
Well, I thought you took enough stuff to last you for 3 weeks the first time.
Enough for 1, not for 2.
Hey, you found another prospector, huh?
Oh, meet very special friend.
Yeah, have you found any gold?
Oh, gold.
Hey,
Hey, that's not bad, you know.
Hey, look at that. Wow.
That's not too bad. Better than losing pay at the Fantan house.
Good stuff, yeah. Hey, how about a couple of pies while you're here? Huh?
Hopsing got to go now. I see you when I come back.
Yeah. All right, good luck.
1 pie? Hey, Dad Burnett, I ought to ask him while he is here about that tater rat.
Tartarate. All you had to do was just take a look in the baking powder can.
Baking powder? Uh-huh. How'd you know that?
I looked it up in your cookbook. It's right there. I found it the other day when I was finding out how the other fellows make biscuits.
Yeah? Baking powder. What do you know about that? 2 teaspoons. Very good. 2 teaspoons.
#1 cook.
Missy!
I didn't think he'd come back.
Hopsing promised Missy it'd be quick trip. If Hopsing not come back, where Missy go?
Some other place.
Where you come from before you come here?
Yonder side of the hill. It's a long way from here.
You have a family?
Yeah.
How many?
Mom, Pa.
Family not know where Missy is? Missy run away. Why?
I didn't run away. I just took a long walk.
Why?
China boy leave China. Why?
To see new place? But we talk about Missy now, not Hopsing. When Missy go home?
I don't want to go home. I want to stay here. I like it here.
Hopsing like it here, too. Like, not like, no matter. 10 more day vacation over. I have to go back to Ponderosa. become #1 cook.
Burn meat.
Not burn meat. Just cook very well done. Missy talk pretty good now. Maybe so pretty quick. Missy talk as good as Hop sing.
Maybe so.
Maybe so. Here. Wash. Not just hand, not just face, all over. Put on clean clothes. You understand? Eh呀，唔可以呢時除衫喎。
You like it?
Missy, very pretty.
Missy's a China girl now. Hop Sing's got a China girl wife. Hop Sing's got Missy.
Huh.
Mr. Cartwright, wait till you hear.
You struck it rich?
No. Hobson give up prospecting. Hobson going to be married.
Married?
Surprise, huh?
Oh, yes, certainly am.
Hobson, very happy man. After married, Hobson no longer lonely.
Where are you going?
Hobson have to go tell Mr. Horse a little joke.
Wait, come on back. Wait a minute now. Who's the girl? I mean, where'd you meet her?
Miracle Creek, at the mine. She a pretty girl. You like her.
Oh, I'm sure I would. When do I get to meet her?
Right now, as soon as you get out of chair and come outside, because Missy wants to meet Honorable #1 boss of Ponderosa.
Missy? Missy? Missy?
Missy, Hobson afraid maybe you run away again. Come, I want you to meet Mr. Ben Cartwright. #1 boss, Mr. Cartwright, this is Missy, bride to be.
Missy?
Shake hand with boss.
Howdy do.
Just like I say, she's very pretty girl.
Yes, she's a very pretty girl, Hop Singer. Well, no point in standing outside. Why don't we go inside the house?
Missy not talk much to stranger. By and by, she know you better. She chatter like a blue jay.
I've been to Miracle Creek many times. I've never met anyone there by the name of Hamilton. Has your family lived there a long time?
Not Miracle Creek. On the other side of the mountain.
Oh, I see. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll see how Hop Singer's coming along with the coffee.
Coffee ready in a minute.
Good.
Horse track. Empty cookie jar. Mr. Horse been here.
Hop Singer. You haven't met Missy's people. I mean, you don't know them.
No people, just Missy.
She was alone when you met her.
All alone, very hungry. After wedding, Missy helped Hop Sing in kitchen. You get 2 cooks for the price of 1. Big bargain.
Is that what Missy wants?
Yes, just what Missy wants. Excuse me.
watch a pot, no boil. Don't watch it, it boil over. Huh. Missy like Ponderosa. We have coffee, and then we go to Virginia City, then we get license, then we get married.
I'm saying, it may not be quite as simple as that. You see, there are laws regulating marriages, and with a license may be a problem.
Oh, why problem? Hop-sing man, Missy woman.
It's a little more complicated than that. You see, well, yours would be an interracial marriage. Chinese, Caucasian. Well, the law specifically prohibits such marriages.
You make joke. Mr. Cartwright, you make joke.
I'm afraid it's true, Hop-sing.
Why? Hop-sing good as any ranch hand. Ranch hand get married? Why not Hop-sing?
The law forbids it.
Why they pass law against Hop-sing?
Well, it's not against you or Missy. It's against all interracial marriages.
Mr. Cartwright, you ever make mistake?
Yes, I've made my share.
Then maybe you made mistake about law. You lend us buckboard, we go to Virginia City, we see lawyer. We find out.
Well, I think you ought to do that, but I don't think you should take Missy with you.
You keep buckboard, we walk.
No, take the buckboard. I'll write a note to Judge Hill for you.
Don't need note. Hop-sing, no Judge Hill.
No. Too many people. Please take me back to the mine.
Must talk to Judge, Missy. No reason to be afraid. Can I have a seat, please? Be a little while, Missy. Pretty soon, everything fine.
The language is very clear. Interracial marriage between Caucasians and Chinese is prohibited by law.
You mean we no can get license?
You cannot. Hop-sing, I've known you for a long time. As Ben Cartwright's guest, I've eaten many of your fine meals. Believe me, I don't want you to get into trouble. You've got to give this up.
Hop-sing no give up. We get married without license. Chinese marriage.
That's not a wise idea. If you get married in the United States, you'll both go to prison.
Missy, too?
Missy, too. I'm sorry, Hop Sing. Someday, maybe the laws will be changed.
Change in time to help Hop Sing and Missy? Hop Sing no care about law. Hop Sing find a way. Come, Missy. Come, Missy.
What do you got to say for yourself, Sam?
That coolie was chasing a white girl.
Hop Sing, you? Ben, you want to press charges? Sam, you and you, I don't want to see any more. Now get it gone. That clear enough for the rest of you? Well, move.
Missy! Missy gone.
Come on, we'll try and find her.
No. Hop Sing find Missy one time. Hop Sing find Missy again. Mr. Cartwright, you lend me money for a pack outfit?
Sure. I'm sorry.
Missy! Missy! Little friend, Missy gone. No come back. Missy, glad to see you.
Oh, I'm glad to see you.
Sit down. Hop Sing fix you some supper.
No, I'm not hungry. Are you hurt?
No, Hop Sing fine.
Oh. Oh. Hello, little friend.
Virginia City. Very bad idea.
So many people.
Always people. Some not too very good.
I still want to be your wife.
You hear what Judge say. We get married. We go to jail.
Well, we could go to China and get married. We could go to China, cross a big ocean, and we could get married.
Maybe so. Sell the horse. Take stage to Sacramento. Boat to San Francisco. Hobson can work for cousin in San Francisco. Earn enough money to buy ticket. Go to China.
Sacramento. San Francisco.
Very big. Many people. Just like Virginia City. China. Big place too. Many people. Everywhere.
Chinese people. I like Hop Sing.
Some like men in Virginia City. People same everywhere. Some good, some bad.
Well, maybe it wouldn't be better not go away. Maybe we better stay here.
Missy, people come here. Maybe not for a long while. Maybe next minute.
Well, when they come, we just hide.
We no can hide like little friend in hole. Missy take long walk, find this place. Maybe now, time for Missy to take long walk home. To Mama, Papa.
You come with me.
You have no trouble find this place from Virginia City.
No trouble.
You can find way home?
Yeah. You come. You come.
No. Number one cook belong at Ponderosa. No other place. Hobson saddle horses. Time for Missy to go home.
No.
Goodbye, Missy.
Hop Sing. Missy wants to stay with you.
No. Hobson don't want Missy here. Go home. Go home. Go home.
Go on.
Apple pie, fried chicken for Mr. Hoss, angel cake for little Joe, mashed potato for Jamie. And what can I do for number one boss of Ponderosa?
Just a cup of your good coffee.
Cup in cupboard, coffee on stove. Help yourself.
I know it won't do much good, but I just want you to know how sorry we all are.
Why sorry? Missy gone home? Hobson back at Ponderosa? No law broken? Oh, Mr. Hoss, hot biscuit. Missy happy? Hopsing happy? Then people and law spoil everything. Not first time Hopsing been kick and punch. For Hopsing, it's no matter. For Missy, it's very bad. Missy say she want to stay. Hopsing tell her go home. Hopsing say he don't want her here. Hopsing, very big liar.